everyone. Thanks so much for logging on to CBS in Denver and CBSDenver.com. Time for a few more minutes with our Xfinity Monday Live guest, Joel Klatt. He joined us tonight from his house out in California. Joel, one thing we didn't get to touch on, we talked about college football and how coronavirus might impact the upcoming season. One thing we didn't touch on was the possibility of no fans in the stands. Look, it's one thing for them to play golf with nobody in the gallery. It's a whole nother thing to play college football in a 95, 100,000 seat stadium with no fans. How will that impact this season?
Well, I don't think we'll play with no fans. I believe that there will be football, and I do think that there's going to be fans to some extent. And the reason is because it's still one of the few sports, a lot like Major League Baseball, to be honest with you, that needs gate revenue. Yeah. Right? The gate revenue is a big part of college football revenue. It's not just television. Whereas in the NFL, such a small portion of their revenue really comes from the gate of the ticket sales. Now, it might sound like a lot of money, but I'm talking about it as a percentage of whole revenue. Whereas in college football, they really need that. So however many fans they can get into the stands, whether it's 1,000 to 2,000 to 20%, 30%, 40% occupancy, they're going to do that because financially these athletic departments have to have it. I do think that that's going to make, though, just the competitive advantage go away for your home stadium. And we're seeing that, I think, in the EPL or some league. I don't follow soccer all that closely. The German soccer league, one of these, the home winning percentage now without fans is just plummeted. It's like 20% of the teams are winning at home, some outrageously low number. I don't know if it's going to be similar in college football, but I will tell you that your advantage is going to totally disappear. And this is going to be huge, in particular for games within conference schedules that tend to be so big based on where they're played. I'm thinking about LSU, Alabama. I'm thinking about Penn State, Ohio State, right? Ohio State travels to Penn State this year. Well, they're not going to have a capacity whiteout game to have to face. So, like, Ohio State has the benefit of a great schedule. They're supposed to go to Oregon. Well, if they go out there and play that game, it would be with no fans. They play with no fans or a lower amount of fans at Penn State. So that's one of the teams, like, I would put Ohio State at number 2 in my preseason poll. And now you look at their tough road games with limited fans, I think they're probably a playoff team.
Yeah, those tough places to play are all of a sudden a lot easier when you don't have the fan capacity that they're used to. Hey, I know you're an analyst. I know you were supposed to be unbiased. What did you make of Mel Tucker leaving CU the way he did?
Oh, I was frustrated. I really was. Stung a little bit, just as an alum. And then it's one of my biggest pet peeves in my current position, regardless of school, is the fashion in which Mel left. The whole statement that I'm definitely going to stay, and then he leaves. It's like, listen, just don't give the statement, right? Like, that's my whole take. I get it, man. Like, they paid you a lot of money. Like, we all understand that. We're all humans. If any one of us were posed the opportunity to double our salary, we'd be like, yeah, I'm going to take that opportunity. The only frustrating part is when you start making these general statements about how committed you are, about so on and so forth, and then you leave. You know, I think of the way Todd Graham left Pitt. I now think about the way that Mel Tucker left Colorado. So I think that leaves a lot to be desired, to be honest with you. And if I was in the Big Ten, and if I was coaching in the Big Ten, I'd use it against him. Yep. I'd say, look at how this guy left. You know, do you really think he's going to care about you, or is he selling you something to get you here to school? Thought he was a really good coach, but it was frustrating to see the way that all went down.
Yeah, I think that's very eloquently put. I know a lot of CU fans feeling the same way and maybe feeling a little more strongly, but I thought you put it very eloquently there. Joel, you were a great guest tonight. Thanks so much for joining us, man, and thank you for logging on to CBS in Denver and CBSDenver.com.